That's not a spinnerbait. That's a spinnerbait. All right, before we even start this, I'm going to give you the comparison. So this is a Strike King. I don't remember the name of it, like deep structure. I love this. It's one of my favorite spinner baits to throw in the highland reservoirs that I fish. This is a 1 ounce spinner bait, okay? This is a Ledge Hog spinner bait. This is a Magnum spinner bait. So I want to talk to you about these beasts, okay? I've got several of them. They come in 2 different heads. They come in an array of sizes. I think you can get them on Tackle Warehouse. If you can't, I know for a fact you can get them. They make a ton of colors. Not sponsored by Ledge Hog. Ledge Hog is, they are one of my buddies, but they sent me these a couple years ago, and I'll just tell you, I mean, look at the paint on that. That's so sick. But these are awesome, okay? They're awesome. And I'm going to tell you when you should use the Magnum spinner baits, okay? Magnum. You know me, man. I'm always about the big bite. I'm always throwing those big baits. That's what I like to do. Even in the clear water, I like to throw those big baits. And I'll show you a big bait that I was throwing today. Now, they make 2 heads. One's for grass. This is a grass head, okay? See how it's a little sleeker? It's going to come through the grass very well. This is a swim bait head. Now, they do come with skirts, and you can take the skirt off or you can leave the skirt on. Me, I'm in clear water, so I generally take the skirt off. I go a little natural. Now, something that I did do, but I did to help keep this down, this is, I think, an 1.5 ounce head. It may be a 2 ounce, but I did put a smaller blade on it. This is a number 5, and it'll help keep this bait a little deeper for me. The bigger the blade, they do have a lot of lift. And since I'm fishing this bait, you know, the company that designs these baits, Ledge Hog, they fish them on the Tennessee River. And honestly, on the Tennessee River, you know, like 15 to 20 feet can be deep there. So I'm fishing 25 to 35 most time, and sometimes deeper. So I like that heavier head, and I like to downsize that blade. Now, something that you can do, and this is the times when I don't downsize the blade, is if I want to just lift it and fall. I want that big thump to it. Now, and I'll tell you, in dirtier water, generally I don't downsize my blade, because I'll be absolutely like I don't know what size blade these are. But that's a big blade. So that's a big old blade. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the 2 ways that I fish these. The grass ones I don't get to fish as much as I would like, but you guys up north, you guys on the Tennessee River, you guys down in Florida and Texas, those places, especially where you've got the big gizzard shad, these things are going to be awesome for you in the summer when you can fish those grass edges, those deep grass edges, that sparse grass. I'll tell you right now how I fish mine is I love to take it and throw it on those deep laydowns. So that's really where this shines for me. So when a creek channel swings into a bend, or there's a tree that comes all the way out, and there may be a ledge, and that tree comes out and it gets real close, that creek channel gets real close to the bank, but that tree runs out and drops off the creek channel ledge, that's a great bait for probing those types of places. Guys, I'm telling you, you've got all kinds of choices, and I'm telling you, the grass, it comes through grass like nobody's business. You got the big thumper blade, so if you're fishing a deep grass edge or over some submergent grass, you can actually keep that up and fish it across, and just, it looks like a big, it's going to call up a big bite, guys. You're not going to deal with dinks with these bad boys. But again, you can see here, he's got all different kinds, great shad patterns. Love that color right there. Love that color. That's a great blade on there too. Yeah, that's great. Now he does make some smaller ones too. There's just some smaller ones. That's still heavy. I think that's an ounce right there. But guys, top quality components, and he does a twist. So it's not an R bend. This is what's called an R bend. This, you don't have to worry about your line coming free. He does the twist. Not a lot of companies do that nowadays. But for you guys that fish for big smallmouth, big largemouth up there around that grass, I'm telling you, that right there is something I can guarantee you they haven't seen. You want to catch bigs, there you go. Ledge Hog spinnerbait. For me, that's what I like to throw right there. I love to throw this head and with my favorite swim bait, and you can see that's a natural shad, so it's a good natural pattern in this ultra clear water. Now, I'm going to talk to you about setup to throw these. You're not going to be able to throw these on your regular spinnerbait rod. You're going to need a rod with a little girth to it. You know what I'm saying? I love this rod. It really is. You hear me talk about it all the time, and you've seen me talk about it. This is my spoon rod, Magnum spoons. I can throw the Ben Parkers. This is what I throw my big chatterbaits, my 2-ounce chatterbaits. This is what I throw my big spinnerbaits. I'm gonna have to get me another one of these rods because it's doing too many things for me, especially when I'm out ledge fishing. I hate to retie, so I'm gonna have to at least get one more. All that being said, this is my Dixie custom rod spoon ripper. It is a 7.3 extra heavy fast action. Okay, so it's an extra heavy power fast action. It is the spoon ripper. Now I will say again, I'll say the same thing I said about my chatterbaits, my mag chatterbaits, which would be a good complement to these bad boys right here. If you've got bass feed on bluegill, this is what you need to be throwing. That gold, that brown, that bluegill color, that's what you need to be throwing. So you get out there around grass mat and you hear, that's what they sound like. You better be picking this up. But all that being said, the same with the chatterbait, I would like to have a slightly slower reel, a 6.8, a 6.4, a 6.3, somewhere in those low sixes is where I'd like to be. Now, my buddy that throws these, he throws them on a 5-speed, so he really likes to throw them with a slow reel. I feel like I don't throw many things on a 5-speed much anymore that are like ultra deep cranks, and I'm so used to throwing swim baits, half-ounce swim baits, and really slow rolling with that 6.3, 6.4. I think a 6.3 is pretty good. This is a Super Duty. I would definitely recommend a heavier or higher priced reel. So the Lew's Super Duty, and this is a 7.5, which is a little fast, so I have to really slow down. And I've pretty much decided, as much as I fished this, now I'm pretty much going with a slower speed combo. I'm going to go ahead and get me another combo like this set up. And I fish this on, I try to get away with as light line as I can, because I do want to get it down deep, down to that 20, 25 most of the time. And that blade and that plastic is going to, it's going to offset. You're going to get a lot of lift. So generally I try to use 12 to 15. If I'm around grass, guys, if I'm around grass, I may even use braid. If I'm around grass, I'm fishing that deep grass edge, I'm gonna go 15, 17. Fluoro, if you're really worried about getting it in the grass, you may want to go with braid, straight braid, okay? And again, I would go down to that, 17, 20 size at that point. But 20, 25 even. But this is what I throw it on in the clear water, in the open water, out on the ledges, no grass, no, or even around brush piles down there. And I think this has, man, fish are just jumping everywhere right now. I think this has a 15-pound test on it, maybe 17. But 15-pound test is generally where I'm going to go with this. So there's basically 2 retrieves. Guys, it is literally throw it out there, let it sink to the bottom, lift, don't jerk, just and then let it helicopter down. That's probably the retrieve that I use the least amount, and you will not use with the grass version, okay? That is a ledge, kind of a ledge only deal. Now, the other retrieve, and I hope you can hear me with the wind, I'm not gonna lie, the wind feels pretty daggone nice right now. The other retrieve is a slow roll. That's pretty much what you're gonna use exclusively with this. Now, I will say something about a slow roll. It's a spinnerbait, okay? And yes, I would put some sort of trailer. I'd get me some sort of big ribbon tail worm or a grub or something that's going to give it a little tail. I'd like that on that a lot. You could put a small swim bait, something with a paddle tail. I tend to like that sort of fluttery movement a little better on a spinnerbait. The other retrieve is a slow roll. Now, the other thing about a slow roll is every once in a while, real, stop it, or just real, give it 2 small twitches, just twitch, and then start reeling again. And I'll do a twitch and stop, because when you twitch it, a lot of times it will want to come up. So you just let it fall back down and then go again. So twitch, it'll come up, twitch, and then fall, and then engage and go again. So that's just one of the things. You're changing up that blade flutter, that blade action, and sometimes that's going to get those fish to bite. And that's really it, guys. This is an incredible, and it is quickly becoming another one of my favorite baits in the world to use out ledge fishing. All right. So as always, sorry I didn't get up and actually show you the cast and the retrieve and the whole 9 yards. Guys, I am tired. I've been working a lot, and be honest with you, I'm ready to get off the water, go to the house, have an adult beverage. I got a live stream to do with Debo and Tackle Junkie tonight. My boys, love those guys. I appreciate them more than I can ever say, as I appreciate all of you. So, as always, questions and comments in the comment section below. Guys, I love to talk about fishing with you. I really do love to answer your questions and talk about everything that there is to do about fishing. If I don't know it, I'll look it up, I'll find it, I'll dig through, I'll tell you I don't know, and hopefully at least send you to a YouTuber or a pro that does. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the subscribe and the bell so you get the notifications when these videos come out. Watching, liking, commenting helps us, because YouTube hates us old anglers, us old real anglers. Hates me and Jim, so make sure you do all that for us. Make YouTube stand up and recognize real fishing is still important. It still matters. And as always, you guys rock.